completely how old ways of working with the channels, what is the new ways of working with the channels, how we will create an application, all those things we'll discuss now. So, like, say, let's start with the channels. We also discussed about the batch jobs, right? Yes. Next. Okay, so channels configuration, OAWD. All hard copy invoices. Step one. So when we create the archive document type, so that time onwards will go. So first is like if you have already an archive document type, then use that archive document type. If not, just create whatever we created, right? So first we created some archive document types. Same thing like archive document type, archive document type. Then so this whatever we are going to discuss is like IDH based channels configuration. Okay, we have another channels configuration called business center based channel configuration. So
What is that? IDH, is it?
yeah, incoming document framework, incoming document handler. Yeah, so
Okay.
earlier before business center we have IDH tool, so nothing but only invoices, incoming invoices, it will show in the transaction code. For that, how we
Ah,
are doing the communication. So now currently recently the business center is also introduced, so which is like as I said, like it is a combination of sales orders, purchase orders, invoices, all this will be extracted with the new tool. So they're clubbed
okay.
together as a one transaction. Now everything in one place. So earlier we have only one
Okay.
transaction that is shows only invoices related information. Okay.
Hmm.
Next. So these are the things which we
For all these sales order, purchase order with the BCC usage, right? Is it
extraction.
in
Yeah.
no? Is it in separate licenses which client has to buy, or if they buy the Vim, BCC, and all together, they can make use of
No, no, separate license they need to buy. So additional license to it.
it? Okay.
Product by product, they have certain products. So here the intention is like they are all together keeping in one transaction so that they can see if the user is working in all the areas, so you can see all the things at one place. all the open text things in one place, entire Vim or everything, like all the transactions will be available.
Okay. Okay.
Jobs for communication. So these are the things which we are going to do, and meanwhile, like so we will parallelly we will also create the application, BCC application. So we'll learn create a BCC application. Okay, and assign archive document type to BCC, and start hotspot jobs. Here vendor determination, company code determination, something like start the hotspot jobs, and vendor determination, export application to SAP, and we will also see training of invoices and exporting application from development system to other systems, and exporting learning data from development system to other system. Okay, so first thing we'll start with just an archive document type. Again, simply we have an archive document type, but I'll just start with the process. Like if you are doing a channels configuration, you already created an archive document type. So how we are going to do? So here,
Invoice recognition happening from BCC, right?
exactly.
Okay.
So OAD5. So click on new archive document type. So jet PDF, IDH tool. So I'm using IDH 1000, IDH tool based scanning hard copy invoices. Click on continue. Don't give any document type, you already know that. Same workflow archive document type which we created earlier. Okay, so same thing. I'm just recreating.
Ram, archive document type need to create.
No,
What I
madam. So I'm just
created.
showing. I can use the standard. Again, I'm just refreshing this.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So you can use this existing one only. Just I am refreshing. So IDH tool based means we have these business object types. Just that is a purpose which I am again refreshing. So these are the business object types like IDH tool based transactions. Basically, if you want to go, then provide the content repository ID. Click on continue. So I'm just creating a new folder now. G1000, like IDH tool based. Yes, IDH tool based hard copy invoices. Click on continue. So I've just simply created an archive document type. So let me give event linkages quickly. See, why I am creating is like my system, whichever I created initially, my system hacked. Told you, right? So our archive document types are not there in this system. So that is the main purpose. Not to confuse you, IDH 1000. So I've done. So let's say we have already an archive document type. So what we will do usually, like for channels configuration in IDH tool based, we will go to document processing. Under that we have general configuration. Under that we have incoming document processing. We have ICC configuration. Here first what we are doing, so we are providing our archive document type, validation determination purpose. Nothing but, so if you want to validate always, then select always validation. So if you want to go for validation for selected fields, those selected fields you are going to here. So here you are defining which type of groups are there. Then you are mapping the archive document type with the validation group over here. So our archive document type is ZIDH 1000. Validation group. I want to keep every time validation. So how it will work? So let me keep a validation always. So this is the validation determination. Next, what I am going to do. So channel ID constant is already always it will be fixed. Everything is fixed. So we no need to change anything. So next, so we created archive document type. Oh, we have not assigned to we have assigned to validation determination, but we have not assigned to DP document type. So let me assign to DP document type. So earlier we have assigned, right? If already you assigned, then you no need to assign again. So like DP document type configuration level. So both anything PO or non-PO, both the processes you can assign. So what is our DP? What is our DP? Yeah. So here I am assigning ZIDH 1000. Click on save. So then once this is done, then next step, what we are doing, maintain mapping ID. Maintain mapping ID. So here first thing is like everything comes standard. Once the system is installed, all these things comes as a standard. If you have any custom field, then you are going to map here. Okay, if you have any custom field, then you are going to map here. If you do not have any custom field, then you are not going to map anything. So I'll also show you that if I create any custom field, how do I map? So straightforward, you have a mapping ID in this. So here what will happen, these are the Vim BCC fields, these are the Vim table fields. Straightforward, it will map to these fields. If tomorrow if you want to map to other field, you can map it. And you can also do some enhancements on the extracted data. So that is like based on this data, I want to populate this data, then these are the automated enhanced fields. So that also you can taken care. Means based on the extracted data, you want to populate some other data, that obviously you can do from here. Okay, you understand? This is a mapping ID. Once the mapping ID is there, we have a channel ID in place. So here what we are doing, inside this channel, we have a mapping ID. So that they are mapped already. So that whenever this channel is triggered, so it will always read internal mapping ID. Mapping ID base, the mapping means data from BCC always uh, communicate with your mapping ID backend. Like these are the two things which we have automatically. These are coming, these two are coming, mapping ID and channel ID. You no need to do anything. In case of custom fields only, you are going and assigning those fields. Next.
Ram, instead of BCC or ICC, if channel will be different like Ariba or other channel,
Mhm.
so how I can map those channel?
Here only, so in the mapping ID itself you have everything. So IDOC, Ariba, means Ariba means not direct channel, we do not have. So everything is like IDOC only. So you are going to use IDOC channel directly, and same IDOC channel which they given separately also. Same fields will be there. Ariba always comes as a EDI based, means there is IDOC will be created in the system, and this will come. So we are going to discuss these three channels, right? So IDOC channel, BCC, means this is old IDH tool based channels. First we are discussing here. Also we are going to discuss like how we are doing IDOC normal channel, hard copy invoices, okay, hard copy, soft copy, mail, and IDOC channels. Same thing which I am going to explain you in Business Center BC configuration. Here also same thing which I'm going to. So here we are going to create one application in the BCC system. So you can see how to create and all. And I'll show
But
you all the things. Yeah.
for Ariba, need to check the Ariba system also. What data is coming from Ariba side, right?
That is outside scope of him, right? So the other
Oh,
Ariba consultant will take care. We are not bother
oh,
about that. We need to give what segments they are giving the data, what data they are giving. That is the matter, like we are doing in Vim. So what Ariba side is doing and all that Ariba consultant will take care. Okay.
okay.
Yeah. So only what fields we are getting and what data, which segment and all we are going to discuss. Okay. Not to divert in the matter, I'll come back. So if you have a questionnaires, just park it. Otherwise, it will be confusion for what each channel configuration wise. If I go here and there, later you will face problems. Okay. So first ICC channel, not to divert. So we have not done thing. So just standard straightforward. So when we will touch this mapping ID, so when we create a custom field in BCC side and I want to transfer the data from BCC side to here, then that time only I will check on this mapping IDs and channel ID. These are quite standard. So I'm not doing anything here. Only thing is like I need to assign archive document type to validation group. Okay. And one more is like validator role. Validator role we have in same IDH tool. So take this validator role under CP underscore 9CX4 level. You maintain the validators. So validators. So here I have maintained certain users. Okay, so let me come back. So this is the step which we have done. Assign validator role and validation users. So which is already there. So basically validator role which will be created and kept it here. You just need to maintain the users in the 9CX4. So this is what we are doing in the Vim side for hard copy invoices. Whatever we have done earlier, all those things we are done already. So now we need to schedule batch jobs. So which we discussed on the batch jobs list. What are all the batch jobs we need to do? So IDH tool to batch jobs. These are the batch jobs we need to schedule. This we are schedule already in the last week, right? So we need to schedule for every 3 minutes. Let's see. Otherwise, we'll schedule these jobs. So one by one. So this is like a staging table where in Vim site. So vendor staging table SC38. This what it will do, it will send the vendor data from Vim to staging tables, and Vim side whenever we create the application, I'll show you how it is reading. Okay, so I'm scheduling this is a weekly once. You no need to do this one. You just guide basis team. So I've given in this period. So these are the jobs if you want to go with the IDH tool based. But nowadays, people are like uh, just transforming completely from IDH tool to Business Center. That also we'll discuss. So every week. So I'm giving. Oh, sorry, here weekly is there, right? Weekly save. I've scheduled this batch job. So all the vendor data, vendor master data will send weekly basis. It will run weekly basis. Okay. What is the next job which I want to? So PO data. PO data, we need to create two jobs. One is weekly, one is daily. One is weekly and one is daily. So this is PO data. So here I'm just giving all the types. Okay, date which is 2019. So check PO items invoices. So it's a delta download. Okay. If I give full download, 355 POs are updated. So first is full download. Full download execute in background. So basically you can ask basis team to run weekly full download, weekly, and daily for delta download. Daily for delta download. Execute in background. So what it will do, it will send the transactional data, means all the PO numbers it will send to BCC. Okay, so what it will do, so based on that PO numbers which are available in this staging table in the BCC side, so it will extract the PO number from the invoice copy. So we have scheduled these three jobs almost. So next we are going to keep all these things, jobs one by one. This will clean the temporary data. So this job will clean the temporary data. So it is like minimum age of 12 months. Basically temporary data execute in background. LP01 immediate periodic job periodic values. It is like weekly based. And next what we have, so these are the major jobs. Where is this? So these are the major jobs. Every 3 minutes we need to schedule these jobs. So one will this job will, what it will do is like whichever as are in extraction completed, those it will read and make it as a DP workflow creation, and whichever is in scan status it will try to change the status, means extraction completed status, one status to other status, all those things it will taken care. So only jobs is important in this case, like communication purpose. Like we have SAP side these batch jobs, and we have certain jobs at BCC side that also will show EXTR. So this will like it will check whether I need to go to validation or not. So that it will check. So execute. So ICC XTR. So 73 we need to give in this status and execute. Execute in the background. And next one we have validation. Click on execute. Valid. Vald. So here job name is Vald. So here status is 74 and 75. Execute in background. Periodic values every 3 minutes. Click on save, save, save. So now I created SAP side. What I have done, so I've created one RK document type. I've assigned to validation group and DP document type, and I have assigned users to validation group. I have started communicating the batch jobs. So next step on the BCC side, what I need to do, how do I create application? We'll see. I'll just stop share from this machine and I'll share from the other machine. Give me one moment. Become a presenter to start. Let me make this guy as a presenter. So we have a BCC server in place. So this is the BCC server. Okay, here you're able to see my screen. Okay, this is the BCC server where you can see BCC customizing client and BCC validation client. Okay, BCC customizing, here we are doing the configuration, and BCC validation is for validation client users to validate the data. So we'll see both the scenarios. First, what we will need to do is like select the BCC customizing client, run as administrator. Okay, this is the OCR tool. Okay, where we are creating the application. So create an application. So each country wise separate application you need to create, guys. Always keep in mind each country wise separate application you need to create, because there may be languages different and there may be something is different. So whichever is countries which you are go living with them, so create a country wise a separate application. That is the best practice. If you have multiple countries with English, then go with those countries uh, with English only. But if you have a single country with a different language, the invoices you are receiving, then go with single country. Okay, so I have clicked on create new application and selecting the country as single country. Here I am giving like G India IDH. I'm just giving like this. Click on next. Do you have any questions here up to now?
Like in so you're only showing the BCC, right? The ICC also it's there. Or it's in now everything is BCC
Everything is
latest version.
BCC, Hari. So they completely
Okay.
replaced by BCC. From this year onwards,
Okay.
there is no support for ICC basically. They
Ah,
already
okay.
started
Okay.
January on time itself. They all the people they circulated the message that you need to go to BCC minimum of
Hmm.
16.5 version. So or
Okay.
16.3 version at least. So then
Ram,
everything.
what is the difference between ICC and BCC? Any functionality?
Yeah. So earlier ICC is like only extracting the invoice related data. BCC is extracting the data related to invoices or purchase orders or delivery orders or whatever it may be. So one OCR tool for all the data extraction. Based on the plugin and the licensing, you take the license whichever you want and build the system. That is how it is. So they made one system for them also. It is easy if any bugs and development everything. So they made one system for them internally, and asking all the companies to use that tool only, so that all the improvements and everything they are giving in that. So first BCC need to be installed on the base, after that top of plugin, whichever plugin you are going to use. So here I'm going to use for invoices. So invoice plugin is installed on this.
Mhm. And just a quick question, like in because we configure this BCC and all, right? We
Hmm.
receive different invoices.
Uh,
Is it like in somebody has to prime the invoices, or what
See,
is the like a normal implementation in all?
training of invoices is like, see, whenever new template is comes is not to train. So you need to see the what you can say, data analytics. How many invoices is properly extracting? Which are the suppliers which the data is poor in extraction part? So based on that, you need to take which are the supplier invoices which is what you can say, which we are able to extract. Those invoices unable to extract those invoices, you need to train the in the BCC level. If not, you no
So
need to
that is
train.
like in okay, that is like in as in project implementation. During that, we analyze that, and like in as an implementation team, we need to train that, right?
No, no, no. See,
To make sure. Huh?
while implementing, you no need to do anything. How you know that okay, these are the suppliers which is not extracting. So let the
Okay.
project run for 2-3 months.
Ah,
Then only based on one custom report, you need to create a statistics report on the extraction table.
okay.
So based on that, you need to decide whether I need to ask team to train or not. In the initial phase of implementation, if you are using business capture center, you no need to train. Okay, but so in
Okay.
future, whichever machine learning based tools which they are going to release, so they're changing now another tools they are going to bring in future, 1 or 2 months or 3 months level. They are going to change some tools which they want to replace the BCC, and they want to give information extraction services, IES, like that. They are looking for a machine learning based. So those kind of tools comes, then
Mm-hmm.
we need to do there also. We no need to do train. We need to ask them to validation. More validation they do, more data extraction will be increases, like that. They are introducing that tool instead of this business BCC application. Means this is BCC tile, whatever we are see, right? So this they are completely, they don't want to log in into BCC itself in future.
Mm. Okay. Okay. So based on the validation itself, it will automatically going forward, learn and
Yes, yes, yes,
improve its efficiency.
exactly. So that is what they are looking future. But it's all about future, how they want to do. But now itself, we have each country wise, we need to create an application.
RAM for 7.5 BCC can use or ICC only
Seven,
will be applicable.
yes, this is 7.5 only, right? Whatever we are using. See,
No, for
7.5.
Vim 7.5 BCC will be applicable, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
See, I'll give you one thing. BCC BCC 7.5 will not be there. BCC 16.3 will be there. ICC 7.5 version is there. But now in Vim side, 7.5, in the sense it is a ECC system, we will use 7.5 version. In HANA system, we will use 16.3 version. Will not have any difference in those. Tool will be remain same for everything. HANA or what you can say, ECC or anything. So tool will be remain same. So that you keep in mind. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah. So I'm creating an application. Let me create. So here I am adding my archive document types, which are all the archive document types related to India. So those all I can add here. So here, at least like from now, I'm just adding IDH and 1000. Click on next. And company code determination. Here we have two types of company code determinations. One, either I can fix a company code, four types. So either I can make us as per archive document type, fix a company code. And the third one is like automatic determination, company code determination. So first I'm just checking with this one. So each archive document type wise, I'm making a company code default. So this is what I am saying. So company code determination will be there in BCC. So archive document types, each company code wise you create separately, so that each archive document type, here we will map this company code. T90 CLNT 090. Click on next. So here you are selecting the SAP credentials 800. So you need to ask them to create a communication user. Okay, like this communication user having SAP all authorization. So what it will do, it will communicate the data per, like whenever the data is extracted, this user is used as a batch user. Don't give batch user here, give only separate communication user with BCC custom kind of thing. Okay, click on next, click on create. So now application is created. What is the next step? We need to go to general configuration. Here we need to start our jobs, hotspot jobs, I said, right? So we need to start hotspot jobs. So here India IDH This is the hotspot job. For every 1 minute it will trigger whichever invoices which are in scanned, then it will take, okay, it will take for extraction. Okay, whichever invoices which are scanned, it will read and it will start extracting. So just you no need to do anything. These credentials is there or not, you need to check and click on start. Okay, and next, so come to here SAP download link. So here we have two jobs. One is for full load, one is for delta load. Full load is the one which is weekly, it will trigger. So you can see this job triggers weekly, Sunday 4 a.m. Okay, full load. So I'm just keeping everything in place, just okay to show you. So if you observe here, it is downloading vendor details and purchase order details. So front end full load jobs, weekly jobs, whichever we schedule, this will trigger weekly basis. So mapping. So here also we'll have a temporary database to store these details, guys. So in BCC also we have SQL client. It will store this information. Click on OK. Click on start and run now. So this will download the data from staging table to here. So whichever data which is SAP side, which is staging tables, it is uploading, right? So it will download. This is the delta download. Nothing but daily whichever records which is created. So it will download as a delta download. So only purchasing data we are downloading delta, because supplier will not create daily, right? So we don't know when the supplier will be created, but purchase orders will be created daily. So that is the reason we are going with this one. So let's start. So we have three hotspot jobs in BCC side. One is for documents reading, scan documents reading, and the other two is for transactional data and delta download and full download related data. The fourth step, so to start communicating these jobs and everything, we need to export the application to SAP. So now only the actual communication will be started. Okay, so click on OK. See, export done. So now the application communication is started. So before that, whether it is working or not, if you want to check, then go to open from file. Just click on archive on anything, just like testing whether your application, created application, is working or not. So you are testing from here. Open from file. If any issue is there, here only we will get to know. You no need to wait until the extraction and those things. So it will give an exception like the data is not extracted or something. See, here the data vendor number is extracted based on what configuration vendor number is extracted based on your batch jobs, full load jobs, all those things you've done, right? So all the vendor data which is from the staging tables is dumped into SQL database. Here you can see. And next we'll come back here. So first of all, what we'll do, so you understand, right? We created an application. We provided our archive document type. We mapped the archive document type with in the settings you can see archive document type we provided. Tomorrow if you want to add another archive document type, add from here. And we also mapped the company code mapping automation, that okay, this company code comes, then this is the archive document type, like that. Any questions up to now? Creation of application.
Ram,
Yeah,
yeah. So in this, I can just see that ID of trigger job which we execute in the SAP system.
I'm coming. That is like business center based.
Okay. Oh, okay, okay.
So for that, we have business center
So
channels
this
configured,
one,
right?
yeah, yeah. So this one, it will read those open text, like in whatever the delta and the information which is there in the SAP side. From here, whatever the job we configured, that will extract those data and keep it in their SQL tables. Correct?
Exactly. Yes.
Ye- Okay. Okay.
It will take from the staging tables. Yeah.
Yeah, Ram, for PO invoice, if what I asked at PO header level, one vendor is there and freight conditions, different vendors are there. So how I can fit the vendor name in invoice recognition in that BCC area?
You're not going to do anything here. So what you need to do is like what you can say that vendor name, whatever we have in the system staging tables based on the vendor address, phone number. So whatever we have in the vendor details, so that it will extract from there the vendor number. So which you need to take care of the master data against that vendor. You're not going to do anything over here related to vendor. So your staging tables, whatever vendor details you have, like let me open SAP. Staging tables means, so these are the staging tables for vendor. So in this table, how this data comes to this table based on our batch jobs which we executed. So vendor batch job is executed. So based on this name, vendor address, street address, based on this, the details will be extracted. If I take 1100, you see 1100 is my vendor. Okay, see now. So 1100 is created in 1000 company code with these details. See, Sai Krishna uh, Traders, Bhavani Traders company. So in the same way, I need to have in the vendor copy. See here, Bhavani Traders. Whichever is selected area based on this address, this vendor is extracted. That is how the meaning of this. So Bhavani Traders, first thing, and first floor Sri Krishna complex and Hyderabad. This kind of this is mentioned here, right? Same thing if you have in database, based on that combination, it is extracting the vendor code. So what if
Okay, but there are different vendors. How system can determine which will be correct vendor from invoice? Because in
if
invoice image there will be different vendors name are there. So how
different
system
vendor
can?
names are there, if it is already that different vendor is created in that company code, then it will extract that that vendor in this here. And if you have a vendor code, that is the reason they given another business rule that invalid vendor in the PO, like that we have a business rule. So where you can trigger that if you have a wrong business vendor is there. So there is a business rule called vendor is not matched in the PO kind of thing. There is a business rule. Invalid vendor in invoice number. Somewhere here it will, you will see. Vendor mismatch in PO. See this one. So if you do not have in the PO, vendor is wrongly extracted, then it will show this business rule.
Okay.
So we are not.
But
Ram,
in
for
invoice image,
Analytica's question,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't think so that the scenario will get supported, right? Because one invoice having multiple vendors,
No,
it
no, no.
doesn't
That will not.
like
Okay. So you are expecting multiple vendors to capture from here. BCC. Anuleka?
Yeah, in invoice images, multiple vendors names are there. So how system can determine the exact vendor name?
Okay.
Because I faced this issue.
It will
Yeah.
not. It will not extract multiple vendors' names are there. Means system will not support. So any vendor, any one vendor, it will extract. So if it is correct or not, that business rule will be rectified. So it will, what it will do, it will straightforward check in your PO, whichever supplier, if it is like, let's say ME23N. So if the vendor code which is extracted by BCC, ME23N. So here, this if in the PO, this is a supplier which is there in the invoice. Actually, in the PO we have supplier code is this, but when when the PO extracted this supplier, then that business rule will trigger. There is a mismatch in the uh, invoice copy, vendor mismatch, like that. If you want to allow them like partner, like we have one more concept, right? Partners. So if you want to allow some partners here, so you need to check against that whatever logic is there, you can build your own solution. That is how you need to. But if you have on the copy itself multiple vendors, so it's like system reading. Whichever vendor it will read first, it will keep that one as first. Rest all it will ignore. You getting?
Yeah, but how system can determine the freight condition vendor should be correct or header level vendor should be correct?
That you need to design the system do not know anything, it's a machine. So you need to design the process how you want to, based on the customer. You design the process, like I want to go only this, ask Abaper to write logic in the same way. Agnesh business rule we are assigning logics, right? Same way you need to assign, or else you use logical module processing, where you have a vendor code replace. So you can use this particular vendor name or vendor replace one of the module ID you created, and replace the vendor how you want to go it. When this logical module triggers, once all the process is completed from BCC side, and when the workflow is going to trigger, that time it will trigger at the same time. When the user click on apply rules, that time also it will trigger. So either way, either initially coming to the DP workflow, or either user click on apply rules. Okay. So let me run
Oh,
from scan system. Let me scan from the front end. We'll see how this is communicating. I'll just stop from, how do I do? Okay, I'll do one thing. I'll archive from OAWD here. So you can see the invoices here. We have drag and drop. So I'll just drag and drop the invoice which I have. So just like where we have this invoice copies. Archive. Yeah, here we have. So I have archived this PDF. So what it will do, it will, so IDH tool, old IDH tool transaction code is /opt/vim 7AX8. In this transaction code, you can see the document is in scanned status. So whenever document is in scanned status, from BCC side, automatically it will run every minute. There is a job which will run. So it will make, like, see here, you can see in the hotspot jobs, this job will run automatically. So I'll just click on run now. So you can see here, there is a job which is running. So document number is simply 873 something. DP number also you can see 873. You can see that DP number here in the IDH tool level. Sorry, where is the IDH tool? So 873. So document is in scan status. Now it is extraction completed. So this tool level, it will extract. We will see the status of the document. So whether it is extraction completed or what is happening and all those things. So here, so both the jobs are syncing now. So 3 minutes there is a job, and every 1 minute there is a job. Where every 1 minute job, whichever documents which are scanned status, it will automatically read by BCC, and it will extract the data backend. And so this guy, and from front end jobs, see, based on the extraction completed, it went for ready for validation. Who are the users? Validation agents. You can see in the validation agents, these are all the users. Now user goes to validation client, and he will validate the data. So So he will go to validation client. So he will provide his credentials. So who is going to be a validator? Validator is generally the scanner, usually the scanner guy. So he will go open application. His application he need to open that ZIDH India, right? We created India IDH. So here you can go. You can see the document which is waiting for validation. See now the data, all this data it is extracted, but net amount, currency, gross amount which is not extracted. So let me, as a AP processor, as a validator, like a basic guy, which he knows that how to what data and where it is located. So net amount I'm selecting, and gross amount I'm selecting, currency I'm just giving from here. Okay, so I'll give like this, like instead of that I'll provide like this. Click on submit. So this is how I'll do the validation. Once I'll do the validation as a validator, you see the document will goes to validation completed status. Then after some time, now at this stage, once the validation completed or everything is completed, so now automatically in the backend logical module processing will trigger, and the data will be went to, there is a Vim workflow is created already in the system, VA2 873. So Vim workflow is created already. See here. So you can see here. So 8 document ID. So because of PDF software is not there, the image is not showing here. I'll open and show you in the my local desktop. So you can see here gross amount, invoice number, gross amount, balance. Okay, line item level, all the line items data, these many line items which is extracted and which is auto populated the GL code. Why? Because we maintain the auto coding list and all, right? So that is the reason. And everything which is captured, each and amount. So just something which is not balanced, which is system is showing us mandatory information is required. You're getting how the communication is happening? Purely batch jobs, guys,
Yeah.
and application what we created in this system. Clear? Or do you have still questions? Okay. We'll take a 5 minutes or 10 minutes break.
Uh,
Yeah, tell me, Hari.
just to check, Ram, like in this process, right?
Mm,
We have
mm,
only uploaded the PDF copy, correct?
that's it.
So when Vim is processing, is it also archive some other documents along with it, like in zip file or something like that?
No, no, no. So those things we need to additional documents which you are talking about. Initial process scanning
Ah,
time, you should not do that. Additional
okay.
documents. So when after
Hmm.
workflow is created against 873, if I want to upload anything, so
Hmm.
I need to go to that particular AP processor first. So 873. Here we have GUI. Okay. Here
Hmm.
create in the this stores business document. You select whichever
Hmm.
your related archive document type, what format it is. So you need to create one more archive document type which should not show in OAWD, but it should show in the backend basically. So you need to select all attachments allowing one and double click and select the file. See, this is the dot file, nothing but text file which is allowing. So it will show only text files which I can archive. So I can attach this text file, edit, hello.
Now, I understand this,
Yeah.
but I just want to check, like, without the knowing to us,
Huh.
is it like in BCC or anything? It is the archiving any zip file which contains some XML or configuration file, which for every document it is processing and trying to retrieve it from archive server or something like that.
No, no, no. Thing is, uh,
No.
hard copy invoices. whichever this channel, whatever we are discussing, it's like hard copy invoices. Here anyway, additional
Yeah.
attachments, anything comes, even though they'll keep in the invoice copy and they'll scan it and they'll archive it. This is the flow which will run in this process. In terms of email channel, if in case there is additional
Yeah.
attachments, so how do we take care? We
Yeah.
are going to discuss in coming now
Okay.
after some time.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
that is one thing. And next is like we'll discuss a few things in the how to train the invoice. Okay, we have, and
Yeah.
how to export the data from one, how to export this configuration from this client to other client, that we'll discuss. And how to train the data, how to train export the training data. These are the points which I want to show in the BCC, so that this will be clear from both the parties, right? So
Yeah.
we'll take 10
Yeah.
minutes break and then we'll come back and we'll discuss those topics. Then we'll move further on the other topics. Okay.
Yeah. Just to check, like in today's time, right? Are
Yeah.
we going to close around 11:30 today? Like in,
As
yeah.
usual, 9 a.m. Okay. So another 5 minutes. I'll take a break. 5 to 5 minutes.
Okay. No
Then
worries. Yeah.
uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
just have a cup of coffee and then we'll come. 5 minutes. Okay. Then
No worries.
we'll
Yeah.
continue 45 minutes. And I don't think so. Like with this flow, whatever phase which I'm going, it is not going to close today. Tomorrow we'll complete everything. Okay. And
Okay.
related
If
to,
we
yes.
request you, like, can we close it around within like 11:30? Because I just hold it. I need to, as soon as done, I need to go somewhere. If you can, like, in tomorrow, if you can extend that, I'm okay. Like, and I don't have any appointment.
So at what time you're saying? Next half an hour? Then no need of break it off.
Yeah.
We'll complete. We'll continue. There's no problem. Okay.
Yeah. 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 So because 11:30, I need to leave home, which is exactly at 9 o'clock. So
Okay.
just
Okay. Sure. Sure. I don't want to take a break. So exactly my 9 o'clock you're going to leave, right? So we'll continue. I do not have
yeah.
any
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So now we saw like how the communication is happening, how the jobs are triggering and all, right? So next what we'll see, we also see that validation client, how it is triggering. So based on what configuration validation came, because we given in the SPRO level, we given always validate, always validate. So this is the major step. If you don't give the validation assignment to your archive document type, then this will not uh, communicate. So that is a reason. This is a configuration which is very important. And now we saw company code determination from this side, like one type of company code determination. I'll show you another type of company code determination, then we'll see the other part. Like company code determination, we are just one company code. We have like more than 10 company codes uh, in our organization. Then we need to go with this process only, each company code wise defaulting this. Otherwise we have another way of company code determination, that we have certain template I've shared already in the folder with you. So whenever this data comes, this is the company code, like that we are designing that in this particular section. And like let's say, so let me keep like this simply, just for a check. So what I'll do, I'll just go here company code determination based on the automatic company code determination. Automatic company code determination, here I will provide some default company code as 2000 and logical system. So I'll import recipients, nothing but I'll import this particular file template. So I have less than 10 company codes, less than 10 company codes. Then based on the company name and address I want to determine the company code, then I need to import this file. Okay, I need to import this file. Basically this is the file which you have, where company name, street address, everything will be there in this file, this template. So you need to give all the company codes list in this template and upload. So it's like if you have 10 company codes, below 10 company codes, go with this process. So I've imported this, click on OK. So what will happen next time whenever I scan the invoices, company code determination will happen from that file. See, So somewhere around. So what it will do if I do see company code determination K005 is happened. So it's based on the data which is taken from Excel, some data which is matched in this file somewhere. So that is the reason it is automatically picked up that company code data, whichever is matched. Like vendor number combination in K005, we do not have these Bhavani traders in this company code. That's why vendor code is not determined. So two ways of company code determination: either you fix company code against archive document type, or else you can import from the file. So as I said earlier, why archive document type we are creating company code wise. You are clear with that process? You're able to
Yeah.
map?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So let me just go back settings.
Ram, is it BCC customization area, right?
Yes,
BCC
yes. It's
customizing file.
whatever I am doing configuration, it's only in customizing. Validation client is for users, like a logon pad
Oh,
what we have. Yes. So here I am going to give again same. Okay. Now let me create a custom field here over here. Okay. Let me create a custom field over here, and I train that custom field and map it to front end. So how do I do that? We'll see. So I'll keep a field here like a receiver company. What you can say, ship from. I'll keep like ship from uh, company. I want to create some field, a dummy field, ship from company. Um I'll map that. So whatever may be the requirement, I'm just keeping an example, guys. Do not create or do not think in a different way. I'm just creating a custom field, ship from. Okay. What is that? Field name must be contain spaces. Must not contain spaces. I have not given any spaces, right? Okay. Display name, shift from country, and automation here. I need to give adaptive recognition, enable training of constant value. If I give this two combination, then training is allowed for these fields. Click on OK. So now the file is, uh, now we made that custom field. Let me open. So what I need to do, I need to map the custom field in the SPRO also. So I need to go to mapping ID. Now this time I need to do a mapping ID configuration. SPRO, document processing. So incoming document handler, maintain mapping ID, ICC. So go to mapping ID. Here, click on new entries. This is the field which I've created in the BCC, and which field I need to pass it. Like header field, header level, I want to find out which is a field which we have custom field. Okay, maximum sessions are out. So I'll close simply one by one. Oh shit, new entries also I closed. Let me go again for the mapping ID. So I'll just open a header table /opt/vim one head. I'll find out is there any custom table. So custom field basically. I have custom field 1, 2, 3, 4 like this. So characters which I'm looking is like a text field. So custom field 5 I will give. Okay, copy custom field 5. I want to pass the data to this custom field 5. Again, coming back to my mapping ID configuration, save, and so let me come back. So this custom field I have created, right? So next what I'll do, I'll just check, I'll train the invoice. Now I'll train the invoice. Second step is I'll train the invoice. How did this particular custom field need to be picked from where? From BCC side. I'll train like that. Okay. Now the data came. So I want to train this custom field. Okay. This value in this custom field. Okay. So so to train that, first of all, I need to click on train. So training of invoice. So training will be applicable only the neat fields, like which are crystal clear fields, crystal clear image. Then only the training is works perfectly. If not, it will not work. Training. So always make sure that the training whichever you are doing on the invoice copy, it should be 300 dpi with crystal clear information. And moreover, training is applicable for only uh, 6 or 7 fields. Not all the fields you cannot train. Vendor number you cannot train, company code you cannot train. Okay. And the training fields like PO number, what you can say, the net amount, gross amount, these kind of fields, only header level fields are trainable fields. Not all the fields you cannot train. First of all, mandatory fields they given for reference number, document date, okay, whatever you have in the header level. So those fields you can able to train currency, gross amount, and whichever custom field you created you can train, but not the item fields, guys. Item level there is no training. Training will not work for item. Always keep in mind. Okay, now I train the invoice. Okay, let me just zoom out. So I'll also train this net amount and the gross amount. I'm showing the
Ram,
place.
just like if the line item level, if the values are not extracted, then it's validator who has to put in all those information.
Exactly, yes. Validator need to keep all those information. And one time if we validating like that, so in future maybe the backend system may be able to extract those information. But now I have trained these
Okay.
details. This is a custom field which I have trained. Okay, I'm submitting this trained the data which I am submitting. So submit. So now I have submitted the trained data. Now the invoice I have trained. I have created a custom field. I have trained the invoice. So let me drag and drop one invoice copy from the front end. So let the data extract that custom field data and map it to bin. So before that, so our DP only let the system to create come to our DP only, whichever invoice is scanned. Just bypassing.
Ram, can we can train that field, Vorgang field, that credit memo or invoice should
And
determine.
we cannot train that. So it will take based on the text which you have in the invoice copy. So here I'll show you one more time. Till that extraction. So I'll make our NPO 7 a.m. as the condition. I'm making system always to go inside this 7 a.m. so that we'll enable that custom field in the, what you can say, DP level to show. It's not required, you don't need to do in your case, but here like we have lot of DPs which created by team, so just want to make it. I want to make enable of that custom field 4, something like that, right? 5 or 4 which we given. Anyway, both the fields I'll keep as input. Okay, so now if I go to BCC, you're saying which one? Invoice or this one? See, tax invoice, which pick from tax invoice. That is the reason the ORGANG field, you're able to see ORGANG field here. See, this checkbox will be ticked. You're getting? Based on this tax invoice, this checkbox will be ticked. If there is a credit memo here in the invoice copy, then this checkbox will be ticked. Based on this only, it is an invoice or a credit memo determining by the system. It's a completely back-end logic. If they found the invoice,
Oh,
But
yeah, yes,
just want to check like whether it's in PO based invoice or a non PO based. That
that
is
is
based on the document type, is it?
determination, document type determination. I explained, right? So PO based, non-PO based,
Yeah.
those and all, it will taken care. So Anuleka is asking if
Mm.
it is a credit memo, how system is extracting. So this is where credit
Okay.
memo or tax invoice, it will differentiate here. Okay. So let me go back.
okay. So no
Yeah.
need to train here, right?
No need
This
to
is
train.
automatically picking.
Yes.
Okay.
So let me go to OAWD, sorry, OAWD and scan one invoice. So now we will check whether our custom field is coming to here or not. Okay, whether our custom field is extracting or not. Hard copy invoice. This is the one. So now I'll check the IDH tool. So whatever we are doing in BCC level, it's same for all the flows. Okay, BCC is same for all the flows. It's a IDH or it's a business center. It's never bother. Okay, thing is like differentiation. Everything is in SAP side only. We are giving in the archive document type level. That's it. So now whatever topics which I am showing, it's all the things we will do in both the cases. BCC is BCC. One same software and same. Everything is same here. Everything is same here. So after some time it will extract the data. After creation, I have not exported to SAP. After custom field creation, I need to export to SAP, guys. Do not forget this. So like check login, connection, export. IDH India or India IDH? Which one is ours? Today's date. Yeah, this one. Export done. So now we have exported to SAP. So now let me go here. Ready for validation, IDH tool level. So if I go to validation client, Run as administrator. So I'm just doing a validation, then it will go to Vim Workplace. So I'll just go to India IDH. So I don't want to see now the custom field, whatever we created, it is automatically coming. Okay. So I don't want to create anything. Just let me go here, provide the data which is not extracted. Click on submit. Now I have submitted. So if I go to my Vim Analytics, okay, refresh, validation completed. After some time, it will go to my DP workflow. It went to DP workflow. I'll go to Vim Analytics report or workplace at least. So 874, if I go here, other data, I can see the description field as CH Veeraragavulu Constructions Limited, which I have enabled this based on this field description, custom field for description, from where it is overwriting. So I said, right, so /o/opt/spro. So it is overwriting in this particular edit fields. Translation labels, under this header fields. So select all the things. So here custom field 4, description we given is custom field 5. The description. See, this is what. So you can change whatever you want. So custom field 4 is verification flag, where it is showing inside this. See. So you understand basically how the data is coming from the custom field. So we have mapped first. We have mapped in the ICC data mapping, in the mapping channel ID mapping level. We have mapped our data, custom field data, then it is coming to here. So we have done in this mapping. So that custom field is mapped to data document ID, sorry, the mapping, and then that we are showing in the Vim Workplace field mapping. So we have mapped this custom field over here. Scanned something we given, right? Ship from company. See, this is where the data is passing to Vim. You're clear how to create a custom field and how to train the data? Tomorrow, if you have any data which you want to train, always you need to train in the customizing client only. Training of invoices. So you need to take all the bulk invoices. You need to train from customizing client only. So you cannot train from validation client in terms of BCC. Okay. Clear, guys? Next
Yes.
is like, we'll see if so I've created entire application. I've trained entire. So first I've created entire application. I want to move this configuration to other client. So how do I do that? So that is like, click on export to file. Okay, you need to export to file. So you select here there is a drop down. You select which application is yours. This is the application. So you want to export all the learning data, everything. Then selected all. Learning data means whichever you train data. So if I don't want to move the train data, then I need to take out this. So let me export this application IDH. So to production PRD. I'm also giving this PRD. I'm renaming the application. So now it is test application. So now it is, I'm doing as a production application. So let's say Z, where is that? ZIDH. Yeah, here, India IDH PRD. So now we copied this, just to copy this file from the test environment to production environment, like this BCC. And let's say you went to production environment. Here you can import that application from file. You no need to create again new and all, right? So you just import from the configuration. So import all the data, click on OK. So it's like a transferring the configuration from one client to other client. So in BCC level, we need to import like this. Okay, once you imported, so what you need to do, you need to change the like what you can say company code determination level. We have a logical system. You need to change that logical system. So instead of this logical system, production logical system, you need to give production system logical code. You need to click on OK. After that, go to general settings. So here you have everything. Again, you need to redo. Provide the production system connection here. Okay, and provide the production user details. Click on OK. Click on OK. So click on start. After that, same way you need to change in this stage also. So system, here everywhere system will be there. System, select the system, provide your production system details. Check login. So there is OK button. Click on start. And then here again same way, properties, select the production system details. Click on OK. Click on OK. Click on start. So now we run the jobs. Next is like we need to export to SAP to start with the communication into the production system. So how this EHP7 is coming is, right guys, so you need to give this EHP7 in the logon pad. Then only you will see that EHP7 directly there. If you don't see any system here, always give in your SAP logon pad, local logon pad inside that server. Then you will see these details. Okay, click on check logon. So in the IDH production, so you are exporting that. So now actual communication is started. This is how you need to do the steps. Same steps you again, whenever you creating new application, instead of create application, just import, and jobs you need to schedule, and logical system also you need to change in each stage. You're clear how to export the configuration from one BCC to another BCC? Or any questions here?
Means client will be same for test system and production system, BCC client.
Anuleka, so I said like you need to check, provide your BCC production system details, because here we are doing in a test system, we are client and all, everything is same, right? When you are working with,
Yeah.
obviously client will be different.
Yeah, correct.
So that is why I am repeating there, production system, production system. So whatever here I am giving, that you just always concentrate on my words. So production system means will not be same client. It will be different client if different user, same username with a different password. All those things will be different. So that is where I am coming to. So the process is like this. You need to import the application, change the production credentials accordingly, whatever you have in your system. Okay, you're clear?
Okay. Okay.
So now we saw how to export the configuration from one. So if I want to export only learning data, means like whatever trained data which I have, I want to export that trained data only. So how do I export? So export application to file, select only learning data. So click on OK. So this learning data you export to the development system first, then you train all the data. So what I am saying, this train data you export to development system first, wherever you want to train the invoices. Okay, once you train the invoices, then you again export that file to desktop and come to production system. and import this learning data into production system. So like go to customizing client. So I'll go to customizing client again. So here open that application which you want to import the, what you can say, training data. Import application from file and select the training data which you imported and which application you want to overwrite. So I'm just making this is the application. Click on OK. Yes. So thing is like whenever you are doing a training, make sure that you already imported the production replica on the current date and the current time. You took that production learning data and then start training in the other client and import into production. And if you are doing directly in production training, that is well and good. There is no problem, means in the production server itself. But make sure that do it in quality and move it to production. This is how we will train and import and export the learning data, import and exporting the um, configurations, and we saw how to do the company code determination. We saw how the custom field is created, and we saw how to train the invoices. So how to create the application also. Do you have any questions in BCC? Right. So now,
Actually, I have same question. If some data is not extracting from BCC, means vendor related or other details, then how I can check?
you cannot check anything. So means if the vendor details are not extracted, okay. So against that DP, whether the what details, why it is, whether BCC is extracted or not, there is a table, extraction table. So this is for IDH tool 1EXT. Okay, based on this only the analytics will started. So OPT star F4 help. So this is the table where you can see your DP document type level. So 873 F8. So this is the data which is extracted information. You can see invoice number. This is what extracted. So whether the BCC extracted vendor name or not. So it is not, if it is not extracted, vendor name field will come as empty. So in this table level, you can see as a techno-functional consultant. If you want to build a report on this table, you can, because these are all column based data. So you can build a report based on the row based by using ABAPer. Okay, this is for IDH tool data. But if you want to see the data related to business center, there is one more table, OTX related. You're getting? So if some data which is not extracted, so based on this table, you make an analysis. Okay, this particular supplier related invoices which is not extracting completely, then make a go for training. You're getting?
Okay, okay.
Is that question is clarified?
Yeah, yeah. Now, actually, I checked this table, but some data is not correctly picking. So in that case, BCC need to check
Yeah,
those
you need to.
data.
BCC will not check. You are the consultant, so you need to drive the BCC. How to train that data? You train it properly. That invoice copy. Next time it will take a proper data. Sometimes see every tool actually, if you speak 65% only it will work. Not, you do not expect the BCC to 100%. Nowhere, no system will give you 100%. Like OCR tools, whatever I am talking about. Extraction percentage maximum 85% is the best thing you can expect from the system. Sometimes if everything is fine in your invoice, it will be 100%. I will agree with that. But if something is fault in quality of invoice from your side, do not expect the system to be 100%. Okay, it's a machine, guys. It's not a human being. It's a machine, something which is extracting. That's a better person, right? So we need to expect the system. Worst case, like 65%, sometimes it's a 30% also. Like 30% wherever it is extracting, those things you need to make it like what you can say. Those things you make training and make the system to be work. You're getting clear whatever I'm saying?
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so now we saw how BCC works, how hard copy invoice channel configuration. For the same context, we'll see how to uh, do the configuration for mail channel. Okay, so I'll stop share from that system. We'll come back to this system. So now, so we have done all these things, like, okay, all these things. Next is like mail channel configuration. So mail channel configuration is also quietly same, like we are doing mail channel configuration. How the mail channel is configuring. First thing is like all the mails, whichever, like we will ask customer to create a dedicated mail ID, dedicated mail ID, like simply, okay, I'll create a test mail ID. It's like Outlook mailbox, guys. Let's say IBM invoices is there. IBM invoices Hyderabad HYD @IBM.com. So I'm just giving like Hyderabad invoices IBM.com. There is a mail ID. All the suppliers, they'll ask all the suppliers which are sending the invoices, they'll ask to send to this mail ID. So from this mail ID, so there is an admin team. We need to ask them to auto forward these mails to. I'll just make out fill as white.
Ram, can you continue this on tomorrow because it is already 8:47. So I have to go also.
Okay, so we'll continue tomorrow. So tomorrow it's like we have completed this one and this all topics, and so tomorrow we are going to complete all these channels configuration. Okay, so make sure that tomorrow you need to join at 7 o'clock. Okay, and we'll be there up to 9 o'clock. So tomorrow we are going to finish our training. Okay,
Okay.
yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, thank you. Bye for now.
Thanks.